In this video, I'm going to give you a couple ideas just about how to create an ornament that would look like a snowflake using the circular pattern tool that we've used, and also how to create a work axis to have a line in which we can rotate one of our 3D models around so that we don't have to recreate this. If you look at my snowflake here carefully, you'll probably see that there are some features that you can kind of pick up that they're repeating. And so I didn't model every single line here. I used the pattern tool. Let me just hit the back button and show you what I started with. Okay, there's a sketch. So I created that. I extruded it. Created a line. Okay, show you how I did that in a second. And then I patterned that around. Okay, so let's go all the way back to here, my sketch, right? Sketched it. This is where you can just take your time and be creative, but I just used a slot tool. I'm not inside the sketch mode right now, but I'll go back to that in a second. And I was just trying to save time, so doing something pretty simple, using the slot tool, making a bunch of slots overlapping, and kind of looks like a tree from right here. So I extruded it 5 millimeters because that's the thickness of the plywood that we've used in the past for making these snowflake ornaments. Now is the hard part. I've got this 3D model, and I need to have a point, or a line really, since it's 3D. I need a line which is going to rotate around. Okay, when I created my original sketch, let's go ahead and hit Edit Sketch just to show you. Two of the original planes, okay, I'm looking at them on edge right here, intersect right here. So this is like the origin. Okay. And I can expand the origin folder and look at these original planes from when you hit, start a new sketch and you get those original planes. So where this plane, the YZ and the XZ intersect, okay, if I could form the intersection of those two planes, it would be a line. Okay, if you think about it, where two planes intersect each other, the overlap of the two planes is a line. So I'd like that line to show up me a line that I can select. Well, in the work features, I can create a work axis. And one of the options is the intersection of two planes. If I choose this, I now just need to be able to choose the two planes. And in a model like this with the planes, I don't have flat surfaces so much that are visible to pick on. I can come grab them in the browser, and I can hover to see which one's which. I don't want that one. I want these two. To do that, kind of appear like they're extending towards me. If I rotate this a little bit, okay. If you were to extend those planes, it looks like it's coming towards me. Or this one doesn't look like it's coming towards me. It's kind of moving to the right and left and up and down. This one's coming towards me, but looks a little more horizontal. This one's a little more vertical. You can see the orientation. So there's a vertical coming towards me, horizontal coming towards me. So I'll choose this one and then this one. Now in the non-ISO view it's hard to see, but there it is. It just got created when I selected that. So now I have a point, or I'm sorry, a line that can be like my axis of rotation. So we're going to choose the circular pattern tool. I need to choose the feature. I can simply come and grab it here, or I can grab it in my browser. It was the first extrusion. That's the only thing that's going to get revolved, kind of patterned in a circle. And so then I'll come over here and say, I'm now going to choose the rotation axis. I select that arrow, and then I'm going to come grab that line. It's very faint, probably for you to see that yellow line, but I can also choose it in the browser right here. And when I hover over it, it highlights, so it's easier to see where it was. Once I've chosen what will be patterned and around which it'll be rotated, I now can choose how many times and how many degrees, etc. So I could play around with this, just change from 3 to 4 to 5, and just kind of see what I like. I believe that in the preview what I had done was 5. Looks something like this. There you go. Now the other thing I did is I was thinking about engraving this, and I'm thinking at the center you know, it's pretty thin, and I maybe want a little reinforcement at the center. Maybe not. This is all very interconnected, and so it's probably going to be okay. But depending on what pattern you come up with, and if you get that or not, you might want to beef up the center. And so one option is to start a new sketch, kind of on this surface. And I'll keep it simpler. Last time I did the polygon tool. I guess I can do it again. You can change the polygon, change how many sides it has. How about we go like 7 this time? And you can make a shape in here. I actually made mine twice. I could make it again by just clicking the center plane away, or I could use the offset tool right here. You maybe have seen the offset tool. And then I can extrude that profile between those. Go the other direction. It's thinking that I want to extrude cut because there's already material there. I don't. I'm going to switch it back to join, so it's new material. And basically I just kind of reinforce the center. Now I didn't have to make it kind of a donut shape where I had a, you know, I didn't extrude the middle. I could have left one polygon, extrude that whole, so it's really strong on the inside. I go back and choose the inside there. It looked more like that if I had just had one big polygon. Okay, but anything like that, you just want to make sure that after you patterned it, you've got a nice solid piece where it's not going to fall apart. Okay.